Hello everyone, this is this side. So today we are going to learn about the UAT testing for a business analyst into the real project. So if you are not aware of the UAT testing as a business analyst and you are exploring the career into the business analyst role, so this video is going to be really helpful for you. So what is the UAT testing is going to be there? The UAT stand for the user acceptance testing. Let's take an example. You are having one requirement where you need to build a proper workflow where 2 to 3 approvals are going to be there. Suppose someone submit the file for the lending purpose, okay, into your BFS application from the end user. So for the approval part, what you need to do, you need to review that file, okay. There is going to be like at the initial level, some rep is going to be there. After that, there is a senior manager is going to be there, and after that head is going to be there, okay. So these are the three level of approval you want to do, and every level requires some business logic, okay. So for the first, it should be pass the AML, okay, anti-money laundering and the KYC. For the second layer, it should pass the lending threshold and the customer's profile as well. And for the third level, it should require the clearance from the first two levels and some extra, I can say, information if required. So in that case, it is going to route to the level 3 approval. Okay. So this is the requirement is going to be there. So this requirement has been first going to get developed into the dev, or then it is going to get deployed to the QA, where quality assurance like a QA engineer is going to do the testing, end-to-end testing. That is a regression is going to happen there. After that, it moved to the UAT, okay, where this is a UAT sandbox, user acceptance testing, where as a business analyst, you're going to test either behalf of a stakeholder, or as well as you're going to test and you're going to get approval from a stakeholder by giving them a demo, okay, like a two ways. First, you're going to test and let them stakeholder know that this requirement has been successfully deployed to the UAT, and right now please test and confirm, or you can say that I have tested and please confirm if it is working for you, like do the sanity test, okay. So that is going to happen. So BS role is going to be the first of all translate the BRD into the test scenarios and the acceptance criteria. Okay, so first of all, what is going to happen? There is going to be the either test cases created by the QA, or you are going to create a test case and you are going to review those. Okay, if it is created by the QA, then second thing is that you are going to collaborate with a stakeholder. Okay, that either you are going to give them a demo or you are just going to confirm with them that is it working or not. Okay, so that is a stakeholder coordination you need to do. Sometimes what happens, stakeholder don't know how to test that specific functionality. Okay, so you are going to be there to help them. And lastly, if the test cases passes, you are going to update those test cases. Okay. You're going to add the comments on a specific Jira or the Confluence or Azure DevOps, or let's take example Trello or any different tool that you are using. So you are going to update that this item has been UAT passed. Okay. So those are the things that you are going to do as a BM into the UAT. Okay. So UAT planning and the preparation, this is very important. So what we are going to do, like gather the acceptance criteria that you have written down. Okay, either it is based on the any specific epic FRD, or I can say any related item. So you're going to get that acceptance criteria from that specific user story. Then you're going to specifically prepare the UAT plan. Okay, so this UAT plan is already decided when schedule is already decided while we are planning the sprint, like while we are doing the sprint planning. So there are 2 to 3 days are going to get assigned for the UAT. Suppose some item got failed into the UAT. Okay, stakeholder tested that item, but it's not up to mark, or the requirement does not fulfill, or stakeholder wants some new extra changes, or it is not got, I can say, approved by the stakeholder. Okay, in that case, what we are going to do, we are follow at the agile. So we are going to get back that ticket to the development and let them developer know that these are the new things are going to get added or something needs to get removed, and we are going to update the AC accordingly that. So in a second step, we are going to prepare a test plan. So that is already decided while sprint planning, how many days are going to be there. And according to that, the third step comes here. We are going to prepare the test cases. Okay. So sometime we are going to follow the test cases which is going to get created into the QA, and for the sanity purpose, we are just going to prioritize some test cases. Okay, so those are the things are going to be there. Test cases for that, especially right now we use a Zyper, and if you are not using a Zyper, what you can do, you can utilize a like a Google Sheet or the specifically Excel. Okay, depends upon your organization structure. Then UAT setup means required all the data, specific access, or the system configuration needs to be in a place. Okay, so that is what we call the UAT setup, has been done by the developer. Okay, and we are going to validate that before beginning the UAT testing. That specific stakeholder having the required access or the data. Suppose we are going to upload the lending file, the example that I given. So that stakeholder have that those kind of testing data. So we are going to provide those data. Okay, and five step is that the identify the business SMA and provide the workflow and the test data. Exactly that whatever the environment and everything QA test cases, everything that we had done till the step 4, that is something we are going to give to the stakeholder. We are going to let them know this is the test cases are them, this is the test data, this is how we are going to test, and please confirm once it is like a properly working for you. Okay, so test execution and the management. So what happen? There are going to be the different specifically tickets priorities are going to be there. So according to those ticket priority, suppose some bugs are going to be there. So depend upon its bugs criticality, we are going to address those. It is a if low, medium, high, or a critical. So some bugs got identified while doing the UAT testing. So according to its criticality, we are going to like mostly we are only prioritize those ticket where the importance is very high. Okay, so we are going to prioritize those defect and get those resolved and deploy the ticket. So this is something we are going to do. So UAT sign off and the best practices that you can follow. You should have like all I can say. First of all, you should test on your own the UAT or okay. The second thing is that check all the test cases are getting executed, okay, and it should be created and saved separately either in a Zyper or an Excel. So you can change the status of that test cases as well. So you are not going through the testing again and again. Then also you can prepare the test document, okay, for your own sake to test everything is going smoothly or not. Then zero critical or a high open ticket should be there. All the medium like a defect documented and accepted by the business. Then UAT sign off document is assigned by the business sponsor. Means whatever the UAT document we upload, the testing one, it should be confirmed, approved by the stakeholder that this is working totally fine. So we can move that specific ticket to the production. Okay. And the lessons learned conducted by BAs, that is something either you can add a notes, okay. But this is I can say it is going to happen for the big stories, okay. So if you are working on a big story which require a huge like which is having a, like a very big logic implemented and it takes like a one sprint or a two sprint, so in that case you always add the lesson learned, okay, and the go live confirmation from the stakeholder. So this is your UAT, I can say the sign of checklist should look like. Okay, so that's all for in today's video, and if you want to learn the